Okay, so, hi, hello, welcome back to another Creepypasta Storytime video. Well, Creepypasta video, but, my old series used to be called Creepypasta Storytime. But yeah, this one, wow. Okay, first off, this video is a one take, by the way. Doing this live on twitch.tv/JankyJohnny, selfless plug. But yeah, so, if you hear me stumble, mumble, fumble, and mess up my words, I am sorry. But yeah, also, since I'm doing this really early on in the video, please consider using code GOONS at gamersubs.gg. It is code GOONS at checkout. You get 10% off shirts, shaker cups, and all that lovely stuff. Okay, so after that really bad intro, we're going to be reading The Smiling Man in Black. I would say in blank. Well. But yeah, this will be Creepypasta for today. Yet again, all the previous stuff that I said before. And let's get into it. So, The Smiling Man in Black. When I was younger, I lived with my father and his mother. I was the only child, a girl at that, and my father was very protective of me. My grandmother, on the other hand, hated me. At first, she would just yell at me and shove me around when Dad was at work. It escalated quickly after he started working longer hours to make ends meet. I rarely saw my father at that point. For 4 years, she did things I can't even bring myself to really think about, not enough to write. For those 4 years, I prayed and prayed for release. I prayed and wished for her to die. I prayed to God, to whoever would listen to me. My dad probably would have believed me if I had a chance to talk to him. But she made me feel as though I were an abomination over the years that I couldn't bear it anymore. After she killed my kitten and made me bury it, at the age of 13, I attempted suicide by hanging myself inside my closet. Apparently, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and the bar in the closet that I tied myself to fell on my head and knocked me the fuck out. I pulled myself up and headed to sneak into the bathroom without the monster cunt to catch me and give me another beating. As I left my bedroom, I caught a whiff of something very fucking rancid, like vomit, burning flesh, and blood. They were all mixed together. It was warm. I knew all these smells very well, considering what my grandmother did to me. I thought for a moment it might have been my imagination, or her making something disgusting for me to eat, to torture me some more. While I recognized the separate smells in a way, I never smelled something like this. As I got closer and closer to the stairs overlooking the living room, which was right across from the bathroom, I started to hear something. Faintly, I remember hearing it a few feet back. But suddenly, it seemed so much louder. My head was pounding. My heart was pounding. And all I could hear was gurgle, smack, smack, squish, squish, and rip. The mere idea of peeking over the stairs and into the living room was suddenly so profoundly frightening that I almost just went back into my bedroom. But strangely enough, it was amazingly easy to just do it anyway. What I saw in the living room will never leave me for as long as I live, in more than one sense. My grandmother was lying on the ground. There was someone wearing black kneeling over her. They were both covered in blood. The person's head was moving rhythmically over his hands, which held what I realized was some organ in her body. The person didn't look up, and I was scared silent. There was so much blood. So much blood. The sound of gnawing, the smacking mouth, the snapping of her organs as they were ripped from my grandmother's body, or what was even left of it. The brutally grotesque sight of her chest cavity having been torn open, of her body being consumed little by little, filled with terror I had never known before. I didn't know what to do. It had ate her body, slowly, seeming to enjoy every bite it took, its body swaying and moving so unnaturally that I couldn't even think it was human. I couldn't stop watching. I couldn't run away. The sheer terror of the choked scream I would have let out. It stopped. I stopped. It looked up at me after what seemed like an eternity. Releasing the contents of his mouth, gory pieces and blood, some brown at that point, covered most of his face. What I could see of the face, it seemed to be male, very pale in patches where eyes were supposed to be, but there were black pits. Pits that seemed to dilate, expand, and retract. He had no lips, but his mouth twitched like some kind of hologram going in and out. Slowly smiling, the smile expanding beyond normal human ability. I vomited and fainted. I woke up, and my father was home and worrying over me. My grandmother's body was gone, along with all the blood. Where's Grandma? Where is she? I kept asking him, until I had to stop. From the look in his eyes, he told me her heart was bad, and she was in heaven now. I couldn't believe it. That was impossible, right? Did I just imagine the whole thing? At her funeral, on the way to the burial site, I saw the man again. He looked more human, but I knew it was him. I remembered that smile, that day. That day, I smiled back. I still have dreams about that man. Sometimes I think I see him in public. Even when I don't see him, I can feel him there. He's always there, watching me. Okay, so, that's it for the story. That's the smiling man in black. I can actually kind of relate to the story to a bit. My grandma was, she was something. And, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to go more into detail about that. But yeah, actually, I kind of like that story. It was short, but, you know, it was good. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Sorry for this video being kind of over the place. Again, one takes are something, you know, that I should be used to doing now, but I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I'll link it down below. Remember to use code GOONS. If you enjoy, you know, please leave a like and consider subscribing. I have a lot more creepypasta videos and, you know, more to come. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.